Dr. Karimuddin, can you hear us, please? Dr. Karimuddin, can you hear us, please?
I think Samira, he's not okay. Okay, he's here. But I would like to ask everyone to please mute your mic, because then we are unable to understand what the doctor is saying. These are very valuable. It is very valuable talk. So please, I would like everyone to mute it. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you so much for that, Mrs. Nikat. Dr. Karimuddin, can you hear us?
Yes, yes.
Okay, thank you. If you don't mind, doctor, I have received the mental health. Yeah. Can you hear me, doctor?
Yeah.
Okay. Doctor, if you don't mind me dwelling on one of the questions, please, because we have received this question from quite a few sources. And you see, everyone's mental capacity is different, right? So so this is not only a concern of mothers, but it's a concern of parents and many children as well, who have undergone such a tremendous psychological change in these last 4 months. So you see, it's not only the parents who are struggling, but when they see that their children have undergone this change in these last 4 months, where, you know, because everywhere the only thing that you're seeing and hearing and the paranoia associated with this pandemic. So okay, fine, I mean, to an adult we can say that, you know what, no, you need to be brave, you need to be strong, you know, you need to think about the frontline the frontline workers who are obviously, there is no doubt, doctor, that I mean, hats off and a big salute to each and every one of you who are fighting the pandemic for us, right? And while we are sitting comfortably at home, so I can totally see where you're coming from. But what do you tell to a mother whose child is not willing to leave her room? She doesn't want to leave her room. She doesn't want to meet people. She doesn't want to, you know, even take photographs, because this has affected her so badly. So any tips, you know, like you can, as to how they can cope with this and how they can, you know, help their children cope?
Yeah. Okay, Samira, this is a very relevant concern, and as I addressed this in my last
Yes.
last session,
Yes.
yeah, this is going on, the mental power. But fortunately, in a city like Jeddah, I'm seeing it very few patients. Not even in my own house, my 3 granddaughters are coping up extremely well, and they are. And also the close relations of mine and my patients themselves, they are so enthusiastically coming and wearing the mask. You know, even the 2-year-old is so enthusiastic to wear a mask, coming to my clinic, talking nicely, and most of them are coming for vaccines, because the one good thing happened in this lockdown is not a lot of exposures has been stopped. No school, no mall, no going for the parties, and no 2 million people did not come into the kingdom for Umrah during Ramadan. All these things has really put off the diseases. There is no active diseases at all. I am not seeing in these 3 months. You won't believe me. I am the one, because the patients are being referred to me from all the polyclinics for admissions. There are so many admissions happening. You won't believe me, in these 3 months, I have only 3 patients admitted in the hospital. That shows that how much the illnesses have come down in Jeddah. Thanks to Allah, this is a very big gift. Given if the government asks me to rule this country, I will have this lockdown once a month every year. Yes. It is such a positive thing happened with the lockdown. And now the very few children only have facing this problem, And for them, the simple solution is they have to meet a psychiatric, that's all. A child psychiatric, and he or she will put the things in order. Very simple. And we cannot attempt. The parents, on the part of parents, is that you put up a brave face. You don't go into the depression, as you mentioned me before, that parents are getting depressed. As I told you, don't go into that stage at all. It is nothing wrong. 1 year, 9 months. If you go through this kind of thing, nothing. The skies are not going to fall. But that's why I'm repeatedly telling you about the vaccine. Maybe, hopefully, inshallah, by January we'll all get vaccine. We'll end this pandemic. The pandemic will end only if the young people. The another quote is that the anti-science trend mixed with an anti-authority trend, and scientists are often equated with authority. Young people may have been disappointed with the government, which unfortunately adds to anti-science sentiment. This is about the young people. A vaccine is very likely will be available by end of 2020, and the process of developing a vaccine is moving much more quickly than previously thought of. Okay, so these are the positive things we have always must think. Okay, we are praying to Allah, we are praying, all the religions are praying to their own God, and definitely this will come to an end. And if we keep patience, sabr, sabreen, how many times in Quran it is mentioned? Yes.
Yes. No, thank you.
We have to, Samira, we have to,
Thank you so much for that very important angle as well. And Doctor, just to give an idea about what Dr. Karimuddin is referring to, he's actually referring to his lecture, which was, if I'm not mistaken, Doctor, it was given last week, right?
Yeah, last Friday.
Yeah, and it was hosted by a very, very dear friend of mine, friend, colleague, childhood buddy. In fact, she's attending this as well, Mrs. Saba Noreen. And when we talk about Sabreen, so basically Saba Noreen has lost her mother recently, and her mother was in India, taken care of by two of Saba's teenage children while Saba was here. Right? So, and there are many other cases where we have heard that their loved ones have passed away in their home countries, and we could not go because of the rules of our country, which are governing this beautiful country that we are living in. The Ministry of Health has done a fantastic job. We must follow their guidelines, as Dr. Karimuddin has clearly stated. And if I remember clearly, Doctor, you were also telling me that how important it is to source the information from reliable evidence and reliable sources. WhatsApp groups are fantastic. I mean, our meeting right now is being conveyed, is happening because of our WhatsApp group. But we need to filter information, and that's that is one thing that you were telling me also. And going back to your lecture last week, because I have received a couple of questions from a few mothers and carers, that when it comes to mental health issues, we will try our best to help you out, and we will send the link to the previous lecture as well, which you held last week, Doctor. And let me just quickly check. I seem to have received another question. I'm just saying that out loud now, Dr. Karimuddin. She's asking, please ask Dr. Karimuddin's views on opening of schools in September. Is that early? And if we have an option of exclusively online schools, should we think about it? And how it will affect the children psychologically if they continue to attend schools online, virtually, and not go to these schools physically? So what is your suggestion? I mean,
it's a good concern, good suggestion, good question. Personally, I will like to reopen the school. Because children are really getting bored at home, and whatever positive things we are trying to do, they have their own mental status, which they can get out of that only when the school reopens. But as last Friday, somebody was asking me about the paranoid things, like somebody touching me and he will come and cry at home and all those things. For that, the school's authority has to be, as I said, it has to be open in phases. And some of the children may, as you said, that many of them will be like to go to school, but some of them will be very annoyed to go to school because of the fear that already there in their mind about the virus. For them, we have to say very positively that this is positive things first. Then we have to say them, oh, you are going to school, you are going to meet your friends, you are going to meet your teacher, you are going to have extracurricular activities, you are going to go to have a club activity, and all these things that will motivate them to go to school. But I personally feel, yes, the school should be reopened in phases, in small numbers, with all the precautionary measures in place.
That's excellent, Doctor. I think it's obvious whenever Dr. Karimuddin is around, the questions don't end, and this shows how valuable your insights, your advice is to our community. Thank you so much for your time today, and thank you not only to you, of course, we are honored and privileged for you to shed light on these important questions, but we are very grateful to the mothers, the parents, and the carers who have appreciated our initiative of doing something like this for them. You see, so Padho and Padhao, as you may all know, I would like to dedicate a few seconds to someone who this program is dedicated to. This program is dedicated to the father-in-law of Mrs. Nikhat Jamil, who is the founder of our Nikhat Jamil is the founder of Padho and Padhao, and this fantastic initiative has received such a great response, and it reminds us to be responsible. It reminds us to be responsible towards our community, right? So we are being responsible to our community when we are taking these precautions mentioned by Dr. Karimuddin. We would be very irresponsible if we don't do that. And that is how Padho and Padhao hopes to give back to the community by sharing these pearls of wisdom, by sharing these valuable insights which you can apply, hopefully, to your daily lives and to your future lives. So please stay tuned. We hope to continue this series. In fact, my joke on modest fashion was not really a joke, because we have already received a very valuable doctor. So you are obviously one of the leading pediatricians of Jeddah. We have received, we are so honored and privileged that Mrs. Shanaz Musa Seth, who is the owner of Eve Beauty Salon, which is one of the, she's a pioneer in her industry as well, and she wants to talk to us about Eid looks. So you see, mothers, don't worry about how you can cope up with the mental tension. Inshallah, very soon before Eid, we'll have something so that you can take your mind off anything that is worrying you right now. Thank you once again to each and every one of you for logging in, for your support, and we look forward to keeping in touch. Here's me, Samira Mohsin, signing off on behalf of Padho Padhao, Mrs. Nikhat Jamil, Sana Junaid, and Samira Mohsin. Assalamu alaikum, rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu. Good afternoon.
Wa alaikum salam. Okay.